Namaste, Jai Bharat. Afghanistan and the Bagram airport and the stories therein, they are not less than any Bollywood, I should not say that, Bombay, Hindi action movies. Way back when the Soviets, former Soviets actually, were occupying Afghanistan, they are the ones who made this airport. Bagram. Then, of course, as we see, the Soviet withdrew, and then comes the United States of America, which Babylon Neruda effectively calls as United Fruit Company, and they have taken over the Bagram airport. Though America claims that they built it, they must have improved. They must have built it all right. And then in time, America has to leave. They could not hold on long, but they could never hold on longer in any place, as a matter of fact, because their objective was to exploit and convert things to their convenience. With such things, you cannot hold on for a long time, especially the present time. It used to be the case some time back during the so-called British colonial rule, which continued. That also is never continuing forever. So, some place US had to return, and they just went away. They went away having calculated the kind of losses they had to suffer, and what they achieved is really nothing as compared to whatever they have lost. Lives, people, primarily. That should have been the primacy. They went back. And when they went back, the story says that they have left everything and gone, all their arms, ammunitions. But they have destroyed whatever they could destroy. Before leaving Afghanistan for good, they have destroyed whatever they could destroy. Because what I cannot use, let no one else use, was the principle for them to go back when they went back. Bagram airport also, they destroyed it near total. If we can't use it, let none use it. With that kind of an attitude, when you destroy something, that should be near total destruction, obviously. And then that regime goes, Taliban goes, and then comes democracy, and then comes Taliban. And with this new Taliban, with whatever differences we may have with their policies, they are a different kind of Taliban who are a little more cooperating to the world. They are opening up, etc., etc., etc. And this made Pakistan unhappy. Pakistan's intention was to use Taliban for their obvious nefarious ends. Pakistan wanted to use Taliban as an instrument in getting their things done, which includes a lot of things in Bharat. That's besides the point, because Pakistan's objective was to use Taliban with all kinds of that discussion. In Pakistan, Turkey, even Saudi, they have this attitude that Islamic world is a world, and they are somehow very important people in the Islamic world. Saudi has a claim saying that they are from theirs is a land of their prophet. That's a possible point. That's a justified point. And Erdogan, Turkey, once upon a time they were Khalifa. They were rather the custodian of Muslim world. Iran has a similar attitude. But Pakistan, totally hybrid characters, wanted to also become some kind of an important aspect in the Islamic world with some kind of authority. So they would always speak in terms of religion whenever they come and whenever happen to interact with other Muslim world, other Muslim nations, and which of course is well taken by others, obviously. That used to be the relation which Pakistan expected from Afghanistan. And Afghanistan finds Pakistan only exploiting them in a gradual manner. So they shifted their relations from Pakistan to elsewhere. They looked for friends. Afghanistan must have been looking for a friend who is trustworthy. That's what everyone actually would want. But in order to have trustworthy friends, one oneself must be trustworthy and demonstrate trustworthiness. Then only others who are trustworthy shall be trustworthy. That is the point. Afghanistan was looking for genuine friends, and then they find now obviously Bharat had been involved in Afghanistan for all constructive aspects and building aspects, restructuring their nation, etc. When Afghanistan was democracy, and in spite of Taliban, Bharat did not abruptly stop anything, nor did Afghanistan ask Bharat to leave and go. It somehow continued in some kind of understanding. So here Afghanistan finds a trustworthy friend is Bharat, and of course the relation goes. In time, as things moved, Pakistan started attacking Afghanistan. Afghanistan started using guerrilla warfare mode, etc. Afghanistan do not have air defense. Afghanistan do not have air force. Afghanistan has only this old patterned army soldiers. At this point, America also wanted to take Bagram airport back with the claim that they have constructed it. They have not constructed it, they must have improvised it. That must be the thought, but that must be the real thing. But then they have improvised it not to help Afghanistan, but for their own purpose, their own requirement, their own benefits, their own convenience. So that credit you can't take. Say that we have made it for you. If America could say that we have made it for you, that would mean one thing. But we have used your land for our own sake is a reality. So that doesn't have any credit. That doesn't have any moral credit at all. America nonetheless wanted the Bagram back. In the meantime, I don't know when this really the discussion must have happened long before. Eventually, Afghanistan asked Bharat to rebuild Bagram airport and provide air defense and something like that. These are all my impressions. There are people who are coming in the channels and saying this particular aircraft took off, this particular system of air defense. These are all stories. We do not know. Is reality. We do not know. And in the meantime, Bharat was already involved in many things in Afghanistan which Afghan people were experiencing, be it hospitals, be it schools, be it roads, be it dam, be it internet, be it electric power, etc., etc., etc. They're totally involved in the structuring, reconstructing of Afghanistan. They asked one more thing. They asked one more thing, take over this thing. And take over this thing for us. Please provide us air defense. Air defense would naturally include an aircraft to go, and their aircraft funded, we set up an air defense. Air defense was set up. Why? Because air defense they needed when the Pakistan Air Force started bombing, strafing, bombing, etc. The common Afghanis. So they needed something, and they asked for Bharat. And of course, Bharat was more than willing to do that. Because Pakistan is our natural enemy and shall always remain enemy, as they would claim. They are the ones who make such statements. So we are only reciprocating. And so long as that is the case, we have one more hand. And Afghanistan is already on a kind of war relation with Pakistan. So that will be naturally happy to help them in this situation. And America gets bugged. America is also like Pakistan at times. Pakistan speaks big, very loud. America, when they talk loud, they have at least infrastructure to talk loud, as they are rich and they have the best forces in the world, naturally best forces. America rather admonished Bharat and wanted Bharat to leave, and naturally this changed new Bharat, new normal Bharat. They wouldn't bother. They sent their aircraft. Some says B-2 bombers, some says still aircraft, whatever it is. This thing I would say, they send their fighter flying machines with unfortunate helpless pilots who were told that you are invisible and invincible, etc., etc. And these pilots are also youngsters, not that critical always, poor people. With given training, they do work. They were told that you are invisible and invincible, so go ahead. They went ahead, but then before the American flying objects were entering the air defense identifying zone of Bagram, that should be Afghanistan's. Here challenge went, please identify yourself. This is a zone where you cannot fly. You need permission to enter this zone. And then the American pilots thought we are invisible, invincible. They just barged in. And the moment they set in, they have got warning that they got locked. Missile locked. Normally, or if it is something else locked, I don't know. They found they are locked and they are confused. We also told them, these people, our people sitting in Bagram, on behalf of Afghanistan, told, you are locked. You are locked. And of course, then they contacted their masters back in the US, and then they went back. This is a kind of drama that took place, knowing fully well that such reactions would obviously happen. But then they continued it, reaffirming Afghanistan's sovereignty in a more accepted manner and integrity in a more accepted manner. Good for Afghanistan. We just helped our friends, and Bharat will only be there so long as Afghanistan wants Bharat to be there. And the day they say, no, we don't need you, we are self-sufficient, Bharat will say, thank you boss, and we'll come back. Because we have no intention and also no need to occupy somebody's property. We already have property that we need to manage more than what we do right as of now. So, Bharat will not stay there as unwelcomed at any point in time. So long as Afghanistan needs our help, and we are convinced that they need our help, we shall be there, and that's it. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.